but also being a leader for the team. The first couple of days are critical because guys have had a break to be away, and you want to make sure the focus is still the same. And as we get better each and every day, going out there attacking the goal.
You didn't have to endure 0-16 last year, but as a leader of this team, is there anything you can do to help those guys that were here forget about that and move on?
Let them know that it's a new year. Even if you were a part of it last year, it's a fresh start now. Learn from last year. No matter how good or how bad the season was, this year is a total new year. It's a totally a new year, and be excited about the opportunity that we have in front of us to go out and win games and change the culture, and change the amount of or change the perspective of this team.
What were your thoughts when you found out the other day, or you maybe saw that Josh Gordon tweeted that he will not be with the team at least for the first part of camp?
I just wanted to know the details of it, but more importantly, I'm a friend of Josh Gordon, so I want him to be right mentally, physically, but whatever he has to do to get himself together, to come out and play at a high level for us, and I'm all for it. Like I said, more so a friend than a teammate.
Did he confide in you that he was struggling at all, or did this come as a surprise to you?
It came as a surprise to me. I'm sure it came as a surprise to a couple guys. But like I said, whatever he has to do to take time to get himself right, to be able to come back to this team and contribute, we're all for it. We stand behind him and support him 100%.
How do you think that's going?
I haven't had a chance to talk to him.
Have you sent him a note just on your own?
Yes, I have. Like I said, we're starting training camp, so time as far as being able to talk to people outside of the facility is definitely very small. But at the same time, he's focusing on bettering himself, and like I said, you have to respect that and give him his time and his space to get everything situated so he can come back and play at a high level.
Hey, Tyrod, I get that everybody feels for him as a person first, and I do too, but how is this going to affect the team now, not having a guy that you counted on so much for success?
Of course, we know that Josh is a tremendous talent, but we also have a bunch of talented guys in that wide receiver room. If you were here in the spring, you've seen the competition day in and day out that those guys brought to the field each and every day. So it's a ton of opportunities for guys to go out and make plays. And, of course, you care for your brother, but at the same time, those guys are welcoming the opportunity to go out and show the coaches what they can do as well as their teammates what they can do.
Speaking of other, go ahead.
John Dorsey acknowledged yesterday that the team has at least discussed bringing in Des Bryant for a workout. What's your familiarity with Des, and would you be excited about that?
I haven't played with him. Obviously, I've only watched him. He's a great player, a fan of his. Like I said, the wide receiver room right now has a ton of talent. He can only add to that. I don't obviously make decisions for our organization, so if they feel that Dez or anyone else that they want to bring in can help our organization, then I stand behind them 100%.
Speaking of other receivers, speak to Corey Coleman. What are some of the impressions you have so far working with him here?
He's very athletic. He catches the ball with confidence, but I didn't know how fast he was until I started throwing to him. The deep passes, he definitely can go get him. It's hard to overthrow him. And just overall athletic ability. He has every tool. So this is definitely a big season for him. We know it as a team. He knows it as a person, as a player. So he's excited for the opportunity that he has right now.
How has Todd Haley, maybe, I know it's early, but made all of these pieces fit around you? I mean, a lot of new running backs, a lot of new receivers.
It's a work in progress, but as players, we have to take ownership of whatever the coach calls. And it's up to me to get everyone on the same page. We have a flexible scheme for us to go out and create big plays and make plays on our own. So as players, like I said, we have to take ownership and go out there and make the plays happen.
Well, with him, though, I mean, what's your interactions been like with him so far?
They've been great. He's, of course, a smart person. Been around a lot of football, been around a lot of different schemes. He's coached a bunch of great players. So as a player, you like to gain as much knowledge from him as possible because he's been to those big games. He's played in multiple big games. So you want to know what it takes each and every day to get there.
Tyrod, I saw the videos of you guys, you with a couple of teammates working
What videos?
out.
What videos?
Like Instagram.
No, I'm messing with you. Smile, man. I'm messing with you.
But what was the genesis of that? What were you guys able to accomplish?
For videos and no videos, we were out there just trying to get work with each other, build chemistry. We had a 5-6 week break. In that time, guys went off to do their own training, spent some family time. But as we approach camp, just want to get everybody back on the same page, make sure everyone was in condition and on the same page to come out and make plays. This is a new group as a whole. All quarterbacks are new. Majority of the skill positions on offense are new, or some new pieces. So you want to get everybody on the same page because the opportunity for us to turn this organization around is this year, and we want to do whatever it takes to get everybody on the same page and going in the right direction.
Tyrod, you've obviously been part of other organizations. You weren't here last year. How would you describe being part of the Cleveland Browns right now? I know it's been just a few days in terms of training camp, but describe it fast right now.
It's a football city, a city that loves football, an organization that maybe has got a bad rap over the past couple of years, but worldwide they're known for football. And like I said, this city deserves a winning team, and I'm going to do everything in my power to go out there and produce that, as well as to help with the other guys on the team, offense, defense, and special team. It's a collective effort, and we're working hard each and every day to do that.
Tyrod, you go ahead.
Just during the offseason, a lot of different players on this team gave good interviews just about expectations and a lot of playoff talk. We're going to the playoffs this year. What's your take on that? Is this something where you're already talking playoffs, or what's your perspective going into the season?
The goal is every year is to win a Super Bowl. You ask any player, and their goal is to win a Super Bowl. Of course, to get to that, you have to be in the playoffs. But my mindset has always been one game at a time, and that's starting even with preseason. Just gradually getting better week in and week out and doing whatever it takes to go 1-0 that week. And you stack enough of those good 1-0s up, and you'll be in the playoffs and you'll be in the Super Bowl conversation. But just taking it one game at a time. We have a lot of work to do, and today is the first day that we get a chance to do that.
Tyrod, you had expressed a little concern that the anthem decision by the NFL was made without talking with the players. What is your feeling about the fact that they kind of put a halt on that while they talk with the NFLPA? What do you hope comes out of it?
Like I said back in the spring, I think the conversation should be more so about what we can do to help our community out in each respective city of NFL teams, but as well as other cities and communities that don't have NFL teams. How can we help the community out and bring the conversation back to one that's not dividing us? So whatever it takes to get to that point. I know here with Jim and Mr. D. Haslam, they do a great job of being open and having conversation with us. So hopefully it's the same everywhere. But like I said, it's more so how can we impact and influence the community in a positive way.
Do you have any feeling on how players or you should act during the anthem?
I can't speak for everyone. You're entitled to your own opinion. Decisions that you make, you remember that you have to live with them as well too. But I don't know if it's a right or wrong answer right now. Like I said, it's the community, the perception to the community should definitely be pushed in a different way.
Is there pressure, speaking of an anthem, is there pressure within teams to follow someone's lead? You know, I mean, some star, whatever, might decide to kneel. Is there pressure to follow that lead?
I'm not sure what you're asking. I don't feel there's any pressure.
Like peer pressure.
No, I don't think there's any peer pressure. Like I said, our ownership and our management have done a good job of being open in communication here. Like I said, I can't speak for the other 31 teams if that's the same, but they've been good as far as communicating and letting us be ourselves within the organization.
Tyrod, you have so many good vibes going this year, and you've organized workouts with guys and things like that. How will you approach this with the offense since you've taken such a leadership role? The fact that Josh Gordon isn't here, will you try to make sure that everybody doesn't view this as kind of a downer at the start of camp and make sure that you guys are still really so up and excited about everything?
Yes, Hugh addressed the team yesterday. I want to say yesterday's team meeting and gave us his outlook on it. But as a team, as offense, like I said, we stand by him and his decision. But there's work to be done and an opportunity each and every day for us to get better, and that's what we have to focus on.
And can you
a couple more.
Can you talk about how important it was for you to get the guys together, and I don't know if you want to answer this in this form or not, but did you actually pay for any guys to go anywhere this year? I know you've done that in the past.
We had a great time in LA working out. Like I said, it wasn't about the cameras or anything, but I just wanted to get everybody on the same page and get out there and get some work before we got back to training camp.
What are your impressions of the running backs behind you? I mean, I know there's 3 guys working into that rotation.
All 3 guys, every guy that we have in the running back room are definitely talented, especially when those guys get the ball in their hand, whether it's in the passing game or in the running game. I'm excited to see what those guys do with the ball in their hands in game time. So very comfortable with that room. I think the competition in that room, or just the level of talent in that room, definitely brings out the best in each guy.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I wanted to answer that.
Lock, what do you want to do? Keep it there. All right.
I think I'm having a frequency problem.
Oh, okay. With that, I was going to just pinch it. Okay.
Maybe we can pinch it up. Maybe we can get it up here.
Like how?
I'll do it.
See what you can do. There's no wind.
It was fine the way it was, but
Test the video and talk about what we're working on now.
Okay.
Right there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's hitting you right.